ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पद आनशृण्वन्नोदिभिस्सीदसादनं श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजे दीनामवित्र्यवतु महासरस्वत्यै नमः। गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। स्मिन् गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। देवीं वाचमजनयन्तु देवाः तां विश्वरूपा पशवो वदन्ति सा नो मन्दिरेषु मूर्जन्तुहाना धेनुर्वागस्मानुपतिष्ठितयतु व्यासं वसिष्ठरप्तारं शक्ते पौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकदातं तपोनिधिं व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। शिवशक्तिसमारम्भां भास्कराचार्यमध्यमां श्रीनाथपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्री ललिता महात्रिपुरसुंदरी समेत श्री चंद्रमौलीश्वराय नमः। श्री कांची कामकोटिपीठाधिपति जगद्गुरु श्री शंकराचार्य श्री चरणयोः प्रणामाः. Okay, so we are on to Mundaka Upanishad, third Khanda, third Mundaka, first Khanda, mantra number 7. Before starting the mantra number 7, I want to ask, do you remember the key words from what we have learned in the last couple of classes? I'm just asking for keywords. So mainly, have you picked up all the important points?
It was mainly on Maya, which we were.
Maya is one word. What else?
And then the three gunas. And
Gunas.
the expression from the subtle level.
Okay.
The subtle body or the causal body.
Okay.
Gunas and the Turiya state.
Sorry?
The state which is associated with this, that is Turiya state that we spoke.
Okay.
And we also controlling the mind. That is,
No, I'm just asking for keywords, not all the
okay,
detailed
keywords.
explanation.
Manas.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Para Pashyanti Mantima Vaikari.
Oh, that is the aspect related to the speech. Okay. What else?
And Hiranyagarbha.
Okay.
And then the Moola, that is that. The Purusha, Prakriti, Purush, Ishvara, Hiranyagarbha.
Okay.
I don't have my notes.
No
The
problem.
power of intelligence, that light, knowledge, contentment, that the power of revelation.
Okay.
That's Sattva.
Okay.
I think two other gunas, that is tapas.
What is the question?
What are the keywords that you learned in the last couple of classes? Keywords, just the words.
Okay.
Sadhana, homam, I don't know.
Very good. I think you have captured quite a bit.
Nadis, is that also?
No. No, it's okay. You're reading the notes from the beginning of this class.
Yeah, I'm reading.
So, most important word you missed. The word is truth. The whole mantra was about truth, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Why do you think I'm bringing up this point in this class up front?
Because the basis of everything is that the whole. Yeah.
You're starting off well, but then don't hesitate.
We are talking about the knowledge, truth, and Brahman. That is the beginning where we are starting.
Oh, very good. Making good progress. Then?
Seeing the base concept, like seeing the things, what is here, like going to the concept direct.
Fair enough. Expand on the. No, you are going towards the process of moksha, path of moksha, which is fine. But expand on the keyword truth. Why it is so important?
Because only truth succeeds.
Okay,
Because truth leads to bliss.
very good.
The Maya and the truth, the difference where it makes,
Okay,
that part we have to see, that is what we have to.
you are almost there. I know you're really struggling to explain it, but you're getting the concept. So I'm glad about that. So let me help you. When I get into simple conversations, let's say into counseling sessions or discussions, right?
Mhm.
Into counseling sessions, I use the method by which I write a number 6 in my palm and then I show it to people and I ask them, what is the number? What do you think they will say?
Some may say 6, some may say 9.
Why?
It depends from which angle you look, the way you look at it.
Correct. So, what does help? What does it convey?
Perception. It's the way you perceive, the way you look at it.
Correct. Correct.
I mean, the angle from which you are looking, because that is what you are seeing.
Correct. And how does this simple example help in the whole conversation? What is the message that it is driving?
Is it based on the experience one has in life? That is how you are going to react.
Yes, in a way, yes. The concept that goes to prove is 90% of the time we engage in arguments and fights. It goes into very, very violent conversations too, because you believe what you say and what you have seen, what you have heard. This five indriyas is the ultimate truth, and there is nothing else but what you say and think is truth. This exercise simply shows there are two versions of that truth, depending on where you are. In this case, that person is also right. I am also right. You can't dispute it. So it could be two sides to the same coin. You're seeing one side, I'm seeing the other side. So why fight and argue? Why don't you give that space to say, let's put a 360 view and see how it is seen from the other side? Just swap your positions, roles. Very simple. It broadens your mind. So why I'm saying it is in the context of this discussion in this class, it is important to understand that when we say truth, truth is not about speaking the truth or believing the way I said, explained just now. I'm speaking the truth always. I never lie. Because you believe what you're saying is the truth. So that is not the truth. Truth is not about just speaking or saying or something of the sort. Truth is the ultimate truth, the belief in that truth and embracing it as your DNA.
Embracing as what?
As your DNA.
Okay.
Whatever you're speaking is just one small element of the whole process. Ultimately, you're seeking the truth. You're on a journey to realize the truth. So for that, you have to first start with saying there is something called Brahman that exists. That is the only truth. Whatever else we are seeing today is Maya. That barrier is there. We have to transcend the barrier, and it takes a journey to do that. And you have to start from where you are, and that's the ultimate goal. That whole package is called truth. That is what we learned in the mantra. The transcending the barrier is important. So why it is important to set the context is today we'll go a little bit more into the details in the Upadhi, and it is going to get a little confusing, so pay attention. So prior to that, let us take the mantra number 7. Yeah, Anu, you had a question?
No.
Yeah. Mantra number 7. Brihaccha tad divyamachintya roopam sukshmacha tat sukshmataram vibhati durat sudure tadihantike cha पश्यत्स्विहैव निहितं गुहायाम् बृहच्च तद्दिव्यमचिन्त्य रूपं सूक्ष्माच्च तत्सूक्ष्मतरं विभाति दूरात् सुदूरे तदिहान्तिके च पश्यत्स्विहैव निहितं गुहायाम्. This is the mantra. So let us go to the verbatim literal meaning of each word. Tat means that, which is referencing the Brahman. Brihat means vast. Divyam is effulgent. Achintya Rupam, of unthinkable form. Cha is the and. Tat means that. Sukshmat, than the subtlest. Than the subtlest. Subtlest. Sukshmataram, subtler. Subtler. So it is like subtle, subtler, subtlest. Vibhati, shines. Tat means that. Durat, than the farthest distance. Sudure, distant. Iha, here in this body. Antike, within. Eva, verily. Pashyasu, of the seers. Guhyam, Guhayam, not Guhyam. In the heart. See, one spelling mistake or typo can change the meaning. Right? So be very careful.
Guhayam, what did you say? Guhayam?
In the heart. Nihitam resides. So, when we say of the seers, don't take the literal meaning. What do you understand of seers?
Seers are the rishis, I mean, the
Knowledge.
I mean, the great sages, or, we say,
Learn.
With all long hairs, saffron clothes.
somebody who's full of knowledge. Who's
Okay.
renounced many things. Level, beyond a certain level, but we don't, somebody whom you look up to.
So you can also be a seer.
Who has renounced many things.
So you can also be a seer, I'm saying.
Yes, definitely.
That is the perception that I want you to carry. Don't rush everything to the saffron cloth. That is not what seers are. They are known for their knowledge, exceptional knowledge. So if you acquire that level of knowledge, you are a seer. Is knowledge the only criteria for a seer?
No. They represent more truth than the ordinary human beings. They live it.
Even the sages also, they come under.
Mm-hmm. The most important part is they live an austere life.
Yes, actually, that's the word, austere.
Right? They are able to control their desires and wants in relation to the materialistic world is minimized. What is the other keyword? Abstinence. Didn't we learn that last time?
Yeah, abstinence is basically where you are. That is why you can be austere. Only when you abstain, you can be austere.
Austerity scope doesn't cover abstinence, so it is an additional quality.
Is it celibacy?
Yes.
That is included, I think.
Correct. And one more keyword. I have exceptional knowledge. I'm celibate one day. Then for a week, I drink, party, watch a movie, enjoy life.
So you are one is totally happy in that world, which is the real world.
No,
and not this Maya
the
lokam,
keyword, if you go back to the videos, you will know. I said continuity is important. It can't be a one-day affair.
Being consistent.
Consistent.
Yeah.
So those are the keywords. Just having the knowledge, exceptional knowledge is not the criteria. You live an austere life, maintain abstinence, and continue the way of life day after day without a break, right? Or no reversal back and forth. So, when you say farthest distance, farthest than the farthest, what is the meaning?
It depends on from what context you are saying. Farthest. Yeah, go ahead. Is it future?
Huh?
Future?
Okay, you're smartly hitting on one of the point. Hold your thought.
Okay. No, but when we talk about that level, I don't think we think too much about the time frame. Time is not the point.
Okay. So in the summary of this mantra, the meaning is the vast effulgent Atman. You're talking of the Atman that is vast. It is of unconceivable nature. There is no description, characteristics, right? That Atman is subtler than the subtlest. Whatever you think is subtle, Atman is subtler than the subtlest. Farther from the farthest. If you think whatever you are able to see with your naked eye is the farthest, you put your binoculars, you'll see even more. You watch the Hubble telescope on TV, you will see even more. And the point that is being made is Atman is even farther than that farthest that you can see with man-made objects. Fair enough? If you look at the sky, you will see certain things based on your naked eye capability, right? You put telescope, you will see more. You watch through the Hubble telescope, you will see even more. So there exists something farther than what you think is the farthest for you. No? Anu, you can ask your question. If you're thinking, I don't know, the screen is frozen, that's what I'm saying.
I'm just thinking.
Is it confusing?
When you say, no, I'm just thinking about farther from the farthest, when you say, is it? It's not on the physical plane that you're saying, right?
It is.
It is.
It
okay.
is.
Okay.
Anantam, no? You don't know the end. So if you,
okay. Okay, that way.
Yeah. So at the same time, the mantra says he's even here within the body. Iha. He resides in your body.
But where you don't know.
We are coming to that point. Okay?
Yeah.
So he is realized in the residing within the very heart of the seers. You translate that you will only know and realize that, not know, you will only realize that Atman is within you if you are a seer. It means you have reached the higher level of knowledge. If you are on this side of the Maya barrier, only within the lower level of knowledge,
Then, yeah.
you are in the avidya domain.
Yes.
And you are focusing on the manifested. You cannot see the unmanifested. Correct? Are you all able to follow? Yeah, you got to keep cheering in this class. Otherwise, I will also get stressed out.
Okay.
Yeah, because the topic is slightly serious.
Yeah, I didn't get just success thinking, I think.
Yes. So, vast means, I'll give one beautiful example here. Atman being the cause of all existing objects. Atman is not the effect, right? We said he is the starting in the cause and effect chain.
Yeah.
Okay, so Atman is being the cause of all the existing objects. He is vaster than all vast entities. If you think sky is the vast, Atman is vaster than the sky, bigger than the sky. So anything that you can see and perceive is through your indriyas is a limiting factor. That's not Atman. It's beyond that. That's the point that is being made. So if you take sky for a moment, take this analogy or example. You look at the sky. Will you look at the sky saying that it is so many square miles by so many this thing? Height and width? No.
Arjanta?
Huh?
Arjanta? Sorry,
Okay.
sorry,
We realize you're talking to somebody else.
sorry.
No problem. So if you look at the sky, do you think it will be that square miles? No, you know it is beyond that. So now focus on the aspect that I'm saying, that the mind is capable of visualizing things more than what the eye can see. Correct?
Yes.
And now go back to the Indriyas. Indriyas are storing impressions in the Chitta. The Chitta is a small cavity, small space, small cell, memory cell. Such a vast impression is stored there. How? I never thought about it.
It adds a context to that and then saves it.
No, I'm talking of what the mind can do. So here, if you really connect with the three gunas, the game is being played by the power of projection and concealment. It's not like the sky is that big. You need that big of a space in your chitta to store it.
Yeah.
Got it? Making sense?
Yeah.
So this is called Chidakasha. Akasha Chitta is also called as Chidakasha.
We have felt all this, but we never wrote down in a script and thought about it.
Correct, fair enough.
Yeah.
So this Chitakasha is within the Akasha of mind, where the Maha Akasha exists. So the Chit has got space for every object that is perceived and conceived. The Chitakasha consists of the Mahakasha, where every object is perceived and conceived. Is subtler than the subtlest. Take the example of the subtlest matter that you know, which is Prakriti. Prakriti is the primordial substance of this material universe. But even the Prakriti had her origin in the Atman, in the form of his Maya Shakti. So Atman's Maya Shakti is Prakriti. So the subtleness of the Atman is supreme and not conceivable. The moment you are able to conceive and put a number to it, right? This is how subtle you are. That means you're not, Atman is not infinite. That is the point that you need to remember.
So, what did you say about Maya Shakti and Atman? I didn't get that.
Atman's Maya Shakti is Prakriti.
Okay, yes.
Now, from the example of farther than the farthest, fortunately, we are living in a generation where we are able to watch many things on TV or AI modeling software. So sitting here, you have not gone anywhere, but you have full vision of 14 lokas. You know how the Patal Loka looks. You know how the Brahma Loka looks, right? You're still in your respective city and state. That's possible because of the mind, power of the mind. You're able to visualize. So you know the different spheres of existence, stars, planets, Bhuloka, Bholoka, right? Brahmaloka, all of those things. So the distance of all these lokas, when you really compare the distance of Atman, which is unimaginable, inconceivable, is small. So while you feel Brahmaloka is farthest that you can see or imagine, Atman is beyond that, farther than the farthest. Not clear? Anu is not convinced.
This Atman is the one which resides in everybody's body, right?
And
And the
Cosmos. Now you got it.
Yeah, see, I was just thinking on that because we always say that okay, Atman takes about basically you have the Atman takes the body to disperse the karmas. Okay,
Hold your thoughts. You're getting into the second half of the class, but you're on the right track. You're on the right track. Just hold your thought. This class will get you the clarity that you need to now visualize beyond what you know. Fair enough? So for now, just think of it. You said it, Atman is within your body. He resides here. That is what this mantra says. It's also the Atman that is a vast thing that you see outside, that you can't.
The mind being so powerful, mind is basically outside the body.
Correct. Now you are coming on track. So we are talking the Paramatma and the Jivatma. But when we talk like this, we still believe that these are two different things. This is Jivatma is me and Paramatma is him. And unknowingly, you're introducing the concept of duality because you are on this side of Maya. Clear?
But the Jivatma has all the karmas, right? The Paramatma.
Hold your thoughts. You're coming to the second half of the class. I'm glad your mind is going in that direction. That means you're on the right track. Rekha is frozen completely. She says, I better not say anything.
For me, I'm not able to get it, but I'm just paying attention to trying to understand. I'm not able to.
Padmaji, you're also silent today.
I'm trying to come to that point.
Okay. Don't worry. At the second part of the class, you'll get more information. It'll be confusing, but you'll be very clear if you take notes and keep track of it. Okay. So far, so good. Now, symbolically, all of this that is being talked about is also possible that you are so far away from the truth. Far, Atman is farther than the farthest. It tries to tell you that you're so far away from the truth that you need to make progress towards the truth. Which means indirectly it is being said that you are ignorant. So knowledge and mind are two key components for you to make progress in your life. Are we clear so far on this?
Yeah, knowledge and Atman. What do you say? Knowledge and
Mind.
Mind.
So as you gain more knowledge, the mind will get more trained. And the distance will decrease.
Correct.
And your Atma will proceed more towards.
Correct. Good. So, real quick, we said Brahman is, in Brahman there exists the principle of Maya, which is the causal matter. It's also called a Mula Jnanam, Mula Vidya, and Mula Prakriti. It talks about the causal, subtle, and gross aspects. And when we came, we said that there are three gunas. And you know what are the three keywords in the gunas? In Sattva Guna, what is the keyword?
Revealment.
Huh?
Revealment.
Correct. Revelation. Correct. And Rajoguna? Huh?
Activity.
In a way, activity is correct. Projection. Correct. Tamoguna?
Is concealment.
Correct. Perfect. So, none of the gunas are good or bad. You need all the three gunas. And what do you need to do?
Balance it.
Correct.
We should have an equilibrium.
Good sabab. Okay. Yeah. Then we said each of the guna has got the two representation in each of the other gunas. So one guna will have the representation in the other two gunas. We talked about Avarana Shakti and Vikshepa Shakti. Do you remember that?
Don't remember that. No, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe in the other class.
Okay, fair enough. I will not argue. I'll take it. So the causal matter, which is the pradhana or prakriti, and the conditioning effect of that matter on Brahman is what we are going to discuss. So the initial effect of Maya that exists on the Brahman is to cause it to black out. It blacks out, blinds you. So what happens is avyakta, which means the unmanifest state, is brought into being. So this state is what we call as the macrocosmic causal body. So Maya is the macrocosmic causal body. So now start visualizing two tracks. The Jiva, which is you, which you refer to yourself, me, is the microcosmic causal body. And the point that is being made is Maya is not a storehouse of all the karma. It is the Jiva that is the storehouse of all the karma in the microcosmic causal body.
So that means Jiva is different from Jivatma? I was a bit asked, that means Jiva and Atma are different or Jivatma is the same?
Now, if you say, we started just about a minute ago, in Brahman there exists the principle of Maya. So is Maya and Brahman different? We are saying in Brahman there exists a principle.
Okay.
So they are not separate.
So that is a quality.
Correct.
So what is the quality? Jiva is the quality or?
No, in Atman there is a Jiva.
So quality means, can we say it's a guna?
We'll come to that. Because that's the explanation, detailed explanation which we will have. So just keep it very simple. Say that Jiva, microcosmic causal body, and it is the storehouse of all the karma. And Jiva requires a body. Maya doesn't require a body because it doesn't have the storehouse of all the karmas. Correct? The Jiva takes a body to square off the karmas, no? Which is stored in the microcosmic causal body.
Okay.
Yes, no?
Yeah.
And I said, any guna that you talk about, which is there in the body or us, in us, is also there in the universe. Now, don't say that I didn't teach that in the US class.
That is there.
Yeah. Correct. Okay.
Part of the universe. Whatever is in the universe.
Correct. Very good.
That is there.
Very good. Very good.
Here there is a little confusion.
Mm.
The Maya is the one who makes the Jiva do all the wrong things. And Jiva has to bear all that.
Maya is having that effect on the Brahman, which is the
Maya
Atman.
is having effect on the Brahman.
Correct.
Brahman, you said, is the truth. Brahman.
Correct.
Brahman cannot be Brahman. Brahman means the Paramatma, or it can also be the Jivatma.
There you go.
Oh, the Brahman can also be the Jivatma.
Why are you looking at it as two different? You say that you are an Advaitin, right? There is no duality.
Not realized, right? It's still hanging.
Okay, granted. Until you realize these are two separate things. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Granted.
Yeah. That's why we are all struggling in this life, right?
Yes, but we also agreed, no, that you have to accept that there is no duality involved. Only then you can move towards that. From here you say it is different, but you have to accept that it is the same. So what answer should I give you?
Yes, that's correct.
It's the same thing as the 6 and 9.
Make it both equal.
No, it is the same thing as 6 and 9.
Yes.
If you reach the seer state, you will say it is a non-dual.
Yes.
Until you are in this side of the table, you will say it is dual. Jivatma, Paramatma, everything. Correct?
Yeah.
So Maya's effect on the Brahman is to black it out. And what we are going to learn is how the process of blacking out happens. Okay?
Brahman is the one, like, when he becomes Brahman, like, it means like he overcome the Brahman is the one who overcomes all this Maya and everything, like, and then when he sees everything crystal clear, then only like he will be in that position, right?
No. Brahman is not the one that is overcoming the Maya.
No. Mm.
You will realize Brahman is there. The effect of Maya on that Brahman is to black it out. That means it is putting a shield around the Brahman. And you are not able to see it. You are seeing only the Maya. Give me 2 minutes. I will give you one more example. There you'll be very crystal clear what we are saying. Okay? So, let us take the causal body associated with the Jiva, which is the microcosmic causal body. And there is the storehouse of all the karmas. Avyakta, which is the unmanifest, it consists of the 3 gunas. And each of the guna has got 2 aspects or powers. It's called Avarna Shakti, power of concealment, and Vikshepa Shakti, power of projection. So, Sattva, Rajas, Tamoguna, all 3 have these 2 aspects or powers, Avarana Shakti and Vikshepa Shakti. By means of these 2 powers, each guna produces a different upadhi. So, Sattva Guna Avarana Shakti produces one upadhi. Sattva Guna Vikshepa Shakti produces another upadhi. So, you branch out. The 3 becomes 6. Correct? No?
Yeah, I'm a little lost.
Okay. Each guna
Yeah.
has got 2 powers.
Okay.
You are the same person, right?
Mhm.
Your wife to somebody, your mother to somebody.
Yeah.
So why do you say you are confused?
Oh, okay, that way.
No, that's a very crude example I gave. Just to
No, but I got the point what you're trying to say. You can have the
Yeah.
same.
correct.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So just trace the map that I'm giving you. So we are talking of that upadhi is the limiting adjunct or the conditioning agent. That upadhi is the limiting or the conditioning agent, limiting adjunct, which seemingly lends its qualities to the object on which it is having the conditioning influence. I'll repeat it. It seemingly lends its qualities to the object upon which it is having a conditioning influence. Right? So for a moment, if I tell you I have a crystal, what comes to your mind? Crystal. I'm holding a crystal.
Clear.
Very good. See, you say you're confused, you're lost, but you're able to answer the question straight then and there with a keyword. When I say crystal, what comes to your mind is clear, pure. What else?
Transparent.
Very good. Well, it's not difficult. Correct? So imagine that Atman is what we are talking about. Atman like that, right? Untainted, clear, pure, right?
Untouched.
Now, if I hold a red rose petal behind that crystal, what will happen?
Shows the same color. What?
Of that rose petal.
Yeah.
It
That
will
is-
get a tint.
That is precisely what I said in the previous sentence. That conditioning agent lends its quality to the object on which it is having the effect. So Maya, which has got the 3 gunas, and each guna having the 2 principles, are having different effect on the Brahman.
So you're saying that the Atman is untouched. It's like a prism or a crystal, but whatever you're seeing through the lens of the Maya, that is just reflecting there. So it's
The various aspects of Maya.
yeah, various aspects of it.
So one aspect will give you one, second aspect will give you one. So ultimately you're seeing Brahman as the net effect of all those principles.
So that means the Jivatma cannot see the
Brahman clearly.
Yes.
Without mind trained.
Yes.
So unless you gain knowledge, you will not
Yes.
see Brahman. Yeah, so you will not be able to take off the veil of Maya.
Yes.
So that's what makes you think Maya is real and Brahman is not existing.
Yes.
You continue to believe that Maya is the real thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
If your mind is not capable of saying that there is a crystal that is pure and transparent and it is a rose petal which is behind that is showing it, somebody else doesn't have the same capacity or knowledge as you to see it distinctly, they'll come and say, oh, it's a pink crystal or red crystal. What are you talking about? You, with your knowledge, have developed that ability to say, no, it's not that, let's go that side. You will see the difference. There is something that is at the back.
Okay.
So how do you...
I think, you know what, on a very deep level, I think we all know it, but...
You want to translate it through the indriyas that you have. Yeah. I'm coming to that. So I will connect all the dots in 10 minutes. Just hold your horses. Just hold your thought. Let's move forward. Keep your question mark notes there. So, Upadhi, you understand what is the Upadhi right now? It's that limiting adjunct or the conditioning agent that seemingly lends its qualities. No, I can't show you this is Upadhi, right? Obviously. So you have to understand Upadhi the way I'm explaining you. Correct? Okay. Yes. So exactly what you translated. Similarly, if the Brahman is very pure, limitless, it's not actually affected by the conditioning of influence of Maya. It seems to take on various characteristics. Now, in terms of macrocosmic manifestation, not the microcosmic, there are three fundamental upadhis produced by the conditioning influence of Maya. From the conditioning effect of these, there are multiple upadhis that are formed, which form the part of the manifest universe. The unmanifest, you're seeing it in a manifested form because of the conditioning effect. So I will go on saying it, don't stop, just take notes and then we'll come back and rediscuss. First one is the Sattva Pradhana Prakriti. The Sattvic aspect of Maya produces Maya Upadhi. Sattva Pradhana Prakriti, or the Sattvic aspect of the Maya, produces Maya Upadhi. And this Maya Upadhi refers more to Ishvara.
Sattvic aspect of Maya produces
Maya Upadhi. And it is more specifically called as the Ishvara. Ishvara is untainted by the Avarna Shakti and the Vikshepa Shakti. It is untainted by the Avarna Shakti. And the Vikshepa Shakti alone accounts for its omnipotence and omnipresence. Later on in the next class, I'll tell you the source of the book where you can get more into the detail of these things. This is the one-line claim. So whenever you are going to the next level, you can go to those books and read it. Let us go to the... So the next one is Rajo Pradhana Prakriti, which is the Rajasic aspect of Maya. It produces the Avidya Upadhi. And which brings Jiva into being. So Jiva is not a person, Jiva is an archetype of a person.
What person?
Huh?
What kind of person?
Archetype. Archetype means it's you define within the body, the Jiva, this is me. Because you give that body to the jiva, then you say it is me. So in regard to the jiva, the avarana shakti makes the individual ignorant of its true limitless nature. If I tell you the jiva within you, which is the Atman, that is why you call it as a jivatma. If I tell you that you have got limitless capability, limitless potential, everything is limitless, you will not agree. And that limiting factor is the avidya upadhi. The avidya upadhi arises because of the rajo pradhana prakriti. The rajasic aspect of the maya. So under the spell of avidya or ajnana, ignorance, jiva suffers from adhyasa. You can remember this or you can ignore this. Adhyasa is superimposition, like the rose petal on the crystal. Got it? The Vikshepa Shakti then causes the jiva to superimpose the notion of individuality onto itself and creates the dualistic thought. The Avarana Shakti says you have got limited capacity, you are a mortal being, you are different from the Paramatma, which is God. God is limitless, God has got superpowers, you don't. That is the Avarana Shakti. You are limiting yourself, shape, size, form, etc. The Vikshepa Shakti says Jivatma, I am different, Paramatma is different. That is a projection. Manasulayo? Good. That superimposition is called as Adhyaropa. The third one, Tamo Pradhana Prakriti, the tamasic aspect of Maya, produces the Mahabhutani, 5 elements, great elements. Now, these 5 elements are not the physical elements, as we know, but they are the subtle elements. That subtle element undergoes the process of grossification from the subtle state to a gross state by a grossification process called Panchikarana. I have discussed about Panchikarana very, very early in this course. Maybe we have to revise it one more time. So through the process of Panchikarana, the gross elements, Panchabhutani, becomes the physical Panchabhuta. So the Avarana Shakti accounts for the potential density of the elements themselves. The Vikshepa Shakti accounts for their availability as the fundamental substance for manifestations. So from the unmanifest, you become manifest through the tamasic aspect of Maya. So in the causal body, in terms of the 3 bodies, Maya Upadhi constitutes the macrocosmic causal body and Avidya Upadhi constitutes the microcosmic causal body. So let us take the subtle and gross body right now. Now the subtle and gross body also are further divided by the effect of the gunas. Okay. The sattvic and rajasic aspects of tamo pradhana prakriti, the sattvic and rajasic aspect together produce the subtle body in both the macrocosmic and microcosmic aspects. The sattvic aspect produces the 5 jnanendriyas, perceptive organs, manas, mind, buddhi, intellect, chitta, memory, and ahankara, ego. I repeat, sattvic aspect of tamo pradhana prakriti produces the 5 jnanendriyas, which are the perceptive organs through which you are able to perceive things. The manas, buddhi, chitta, and ahankara. The rajasic aspect produces the karmendriyas, the active organs.
Manas, buddhi, ahankara. 4, right? One more?
5 jnanendriyas, manas, buddhi, chitta, and ahankara. Got it?
Okay.
The rajasic aspects of tamo pradhana prakriti produces the 5 karmendriyas, the active organs, not the perceptive organs, the active organs. And it produces 5 pranas, the physiological system. The tamasic aspect of tamo pradhana prakriti produces the gross elements and thus accounts for both the body of the apparent individual and the entire array of physical forms obtaining within the manifest universe. So every human being, every object that you see is different. The tiger looks different, you look different, the cat looks different, the dog looks different. Right? There is Jiva and Prana in all of these beings? Yes or no? It is. Each one of us look different. That is coming from the tamasic aspect. So, the subtle body, the macro subtle body, we are now getting into the pure definition, or the Sukshma Sharira is referred to as Hiranyagarbha. The micro body, Sukshma Sharira, is referred to as Taijasa, the shining one. In the gross body, the macro one, total Stula Sharira or gross body, is referred to as Virat. In the Stula Sharira, in the micro level, is referred to as Vishwa or Vaishwanara, the one who assumes many forms. So you got the difference?
If you can repeat one more time, please.
Yeah, study it. We will again go through it. It's not the first and the last time we're discussing it. We may go through it again and again for next 2 classes. But study it. But don't postpone it for next 2 days, 2 weeks. Within the next 5 days, try to revise the notes, watch the YouTube video. You'll have more questions and then you can get the answers to those questions. So the 3-body division is also now going to be mapped to the individual sheets. How many sheets we learned?
Pardon?
How many sheets did we learn?
5.
Correct. Do you remember the names?
Stula, Sukshma. I know there are 5, but
You're talking of sheets.
yeah, I know. This will not be the sheets are different.
I'll give you one hint, then you will reel off all the names. Kosha. Sheet is a kosha.
Oh, yeah, yes. Yes.
Pranamaya
Kosha.
And
Correct.
Manomaya.
see the Maya Upadhi is creating that ignorance, although you know it. Yeah, so let us go one by one.
Yeah, the way.
So the Maya and the Avidya Upadhi equate to the macrocosmic and microcosmic aspects of Anandamaya Kosha. That is the highest, right?
Yes.
So the Maya Upadhi and the Avidya Upadhi, they equate to the Anandamaya Kosha. the sattvic aspect of Tamo Pradhana Prakriti, consisting of the perceptive organs, intellect, mind, and the ego, etc., they equate with the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Okay? The sattvic aspect of Tamo Pradhana Prakriti, consisting of the perceptive organs, the intellect, and the ego. Only these three. Don't equate everything else. Is equating with Vijnanamaya Kosha. The sattvic aspect of the Tamo Pradhana Prakriti, consisting of the perceptive organs, the mind and memory, equates with Manomaya Kosha. So, though we saw the 5 actions there, the perceptive organ is common. The Jnanendriyas is common. Jnanendriya with the Buddhi and Ahankara is Vijnanamaya Kosha. The Jnanendriyas with the Manas and Chitta is Manomaya Kosha. The Rajasic aspect of the Tamo Pradhana Prakriti, consisting of the Karmendriyas, the active organs, and the Pranas, the physiological systems, equate with Pranamaya Kosha.
What Rajasic is it? Pranamaya?
The Tamasic aspect, consisting of the 5 Karmendriyas, 5 gross elements, the Panchabhuta, equates with the Annamaya Kosha. The call is likely to end in 2 minutes. So first, give me an assurance that you are able to take maximum notes.
Yeah.
If not, play the YouTube video today, tomorrow. Take notes.
Okay.
1 second. I'm going to end the stream.